Yes.
Okay. So when you visit www.zsedirect.co.zw, this is the first page that you see, which is our home or landing page. So there are two options for those that are new and have not yet created an account. They can click on the create an account option. For those that are already existing users, you can just proceed to log into your account, enter your email address, and then enter your password, and then you click on login. Once you've logged in, you'll be redirected to your dashboard. So today I'm going to take you through the process of placing a sell order. Note that, please note that you can only sell holdings that you've successfully bought and have settled and are appearing under your portfolio. So what I've done is from my dashboard, I've clicked on the sell tab. I will proceed to select the counter that I want to sell. I will also proceed to enter the volume that I want to sell. Because I only have 300 African Sun shares, I cannot sell more than 300. And I have to sell either 100, 200, or 300. So I want to sell 100. I will proceed to enter my offer price, also called the ask price. And the price range for African Sun is from 6.4 to 9.6. And looking also at the market depth feature, I'm also looking at the ask side, which is the one that the sellers are offering at. And I'm looking at the bid price and bid volume on the buy side. So I'm seeing that there are prices of 7.8, 7.9, 8, 8.15. And my price range is 6.4 to 9.60. So I want to try an offer price of 8.25 since it's well within the circuit breakers. I will select, so it's showing me the total cost before deductions, and then I'll select the time and force, which is a day order, and then I will click on place order, and it will redirect me to the page that will ask me to confirm my order. So it's showing me the total, so it's showing me the date, the symbol of the counter, the price, which is my offer price, the volume I want to sell, whether I'm trading for equity or ETF. In this case, it's equity. The time and force is day order. The value is $825, and the charges are 81.61. And the net value that I'll receive in my wallet is $743.38. So the charges include the custodial fee, which is a fixed charge of about $45, and um, it also includes some other charges like the 2% for brokerage, and then the other 2% that is being levied on the sell order. So I'll proceed because everything is in order, and I'll click on confirm. So now, as you can see, there's a pop-up on my screen to say order has not yet been matched. It will be updated once a match happens. So now the order is appearing under my working orders, and I've successfully placed a sell order. Once it's matched, I will also receive an email confirmation, and now I'll cease to see it under my working orders, and I'll see it under matched orders. If I want to view the details, I can click on view. To check the status, I can click on status. And to cancel the order, since it's still a working order and it hasn't matched, I can proceed to cancel if I choose not to sell. In this case, all I want to do is to just view my order. So it's showing me the details, the order number, the counter that I sold, the quantity, the remaining quantity, and the price. So from here, I'll proceed to taking you through how you can then withdraw funds from your ZSE Direct wallet. So to withdraw funds from your ZSE Direct wallet, you click on the My Wallet tab that's at the top of your screen. I don't know if you can see my cursor where it is. So I've clicked on my wallet. It's redirected me to my wallet, and all the tabs that are under my wallet are reflecting on my screen. So the tradable funds are funds that are in my wallet that I can use to sell, to buy shares, or that I can withdraw. This is the amount that's available in my wallet that I can either use to trade, or I can actually choose to withdraw if I do not want to use it to trade. The sell funds pending will only reflect if my sell order has matched and the funds are pending settlement at the end of the day. So it will reflect here and it will show that these are the sell funds. So in my case, the 743, if my order had matched, would be showing under my sell funds pending. And then at the end of the day, will move from sell funds pending and be credited into my wallet and becomes part of the tradable funds. If I initiate a withdrawal request, it will show under this held funds amount. So the held funds tab represents all amounts that are held and cannot be used to trade or cannot be withdrawn by the investor, as this includes amounts that have been withdrawn pending approval and amounts that are held in GTCs. So when you place a buy order and you select your time in force as a GTC, the order is valid in the system for up to 30 working days. So you cannot then use the funds to then buy another counter, yet you've placed a GTC. The funds will move from the held funds account either to your bank account or back into your wallet only if, so they'll move back into your wallet if you cancel the GTC and now they become tradable funds. If it's a withdrawal request, they'll move from the held funds account to your bank account. And this will show, so the total funds now will show you the total funds that are in your wallet that you can use to buy shares or that you can actually withdraw to your bank account. So from here, I'm going to proceed to do a withdrawal request. As you can see, I've clicked on the withdrawal request tab in blue, and I will proceed to, so the screen pops up, it shows you your banking details, the CSD number and everything else. So you enter the amount that you want to withdraw. I would like to withdraw $200 from my wallet. So I will click on proceed. And now it's telling me that the amount should be at least 500. So I cannot withdraw this money. I can only withdraw the funds from my wallet after the sale proceeds have been credited into my wallet. I will also proceed to take you through how to top up your wallet on ZSE Direct. So I'll click on the My Wallet tab again. Now to top up my wallet, I will first begin with the EcoCash option. So to top up my wallet with the EcoCash option, I will scroll down, click on the EcoCash icon, enter the amount I wish to top up my wallet with, and then proceed to enter my mobile number. So when you do an EcoCash transaction and you wish to top up your wallet with an EcoCash, you have to ensure that most applications on your mobile device are closed, including the EcoCash application. And when you enter the number, do not enter a zero before the actual 9 digits. Just enter the digits as they are. Do not put plus 263 or 263. So I'm going to proceed to enter my mobile number to, and also make sure that you don't leave any spaces within or in between the digits. And then I'll click on proceed. From here, a pop-up message will come to your mobile phone, and all you have to do is to enter your PIN, your EcoCash PIN. So maybe because of my network, I'm having delays in receiving the pop-up message, but it usually shouldn't take more than 2 minutes to reflect on my phone. So it's shown me that the transaction has failed and was unsuccessful because I did not receive the message on my phone because I'm having network challenges with my phone. So if I had entered my PIN, it would have given me a pop-up message to say the transaction has been successful. So I will proceed to top up my wallet with the ZIM switch option. And for the ZIM switch option, you can either do a zipper transfer, internal WhatsApp transfer, a WhatsApp transfer, an Rtgs transfer. So I'll click on the ZIM switch option. And there are several instructions here. So I've got another pending transaction I did. So I'm going to proceed to cancel that one first for me to be able to top up my wallet properly because I had an outstanding pending transaction. So when I click on my wallet and I click on the ZIM switch option, I will proceed to select the transfer type. This time around, I want to do an Rtgs transfer. And to enter the amount, I will enter 4,000. And it's showing me my banking details on the screen. If they are correct, I'll click on proceed, and then I'll be redirected to the next page. So step 1, log into your bank platform and do an electronic transfer. So I'm going to log into my bank account and do an Rtgs transfer to the ZSE mobile trading ZB bank details shown on my screen. And I will input my reference number as shown on the screen. So I'll just proceed to do that from my bank. So I've done an Rtgs transfer from my bank, and now I will proceed to step 2, which says after the transaction has been successfully done, please click here. So I will click because I've done an Rtgs transfer. So I've been given a notification to say the transaction has been completed and my wallet will be funded between 5 minutes to 24 hours. And because I've done an Rtgs transfer, this is likely to take longer, as some Rtgs transfers take up to 72 hours to reflect. This is mostly about it. I don't know if there are any questions. I can take any questions from here. Thank you, Tapio.
Thank you, Maria, for that presentation. I see someone has raised his hand. Daniel, you can go ahead and unmute your mic and ask your question and we'll be able to respond.
Okay, thank you so much, Tapio. Thank you, Maria, for the presentation. My question would be, why is it that it takes long if you fund your account with ZIM switch? Is there anything that is being done so that at least the process can be limited to just what you do with EcoCash? It's an instant deposit. Is there anything that is being done with ZIM switch to make sure that the funds reflect early? Because with the stock markets, the prices fluctuate. So if it takes 72 hours or 24 hours or 48 hours for you to then be able to buy, maybe the price would have gone up, messing up your plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, for that. I don't know whether Maria, you want to go first or I can go first. I see that you're trying to talk. I think you're on mute.
I think you can go first, Tapio.
All right. Thank you very much, Daniel, for that question. Yes, we do acknowledge that at times it does take a bit of time, but unfortunately, because the bank is not our system, and when it comes to bank transactions, you know that at times our Rtgs, depending with your type of bank, it might take longer or shorter. So unfortunately, because the banking, we are connected to ZIM switch, which is not our system. What we can do is to try and continuously check if the money has reflected. But I think from that end, what we can then encourage you to do as a retail investor is, if you know that, for example, you're targeting to buy and tomorrow, at least you do the transaction a day before, so that at least the money is in your account, so that at the end of the day, you get to then process the transaction that you want. But unfortunately, because this is not within our control, because of the banking system, it's something that as ZSE, we can then encourage you to do your transactions or have money in your wallet, so that at least you'll be able to buy the securities that you want when you want to buy. I don't know if you want to add to that, Maria.
No additions from me. I think it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And then Genesis, you can go ahead and ask I don't know whether I've answered you correctly, Daniel, before I go to Genesis.
Okay, thank you. I've heard you, and maybe I'd forgotten. Sorry. The other issue is to do with the exemption on tax and the 2%, because you see when you fund your account via EcoCash or a special EcoCash, there's no that option for you to then be exempted for the 2%. So we are being charged 2%, but on law we shouldn't be charged that intermediary tax. Or what can be done, or what can we do to avoid that?
Okay, thanks for that, Daniel. Ideally, because yes, this is an investment, you are exempted from the 2%. So maybe what we'll do is we'll engage you afterwards, because we had already talked to EcoCash in terms of that exemption. So if you are saying that when you did your transaction, it wasn't exempted, allow us to engage you after the meeting, and then we can go through the transactions that you have been doing, so that we can then investigate your case.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right. Thank you, Daniel. Genesis, you can go ahead with your question.
Oh, hi everyone. Okay, my question is, do we have maybe let's say a WhatsApp group where even after the presentation people can interact and connect for the ZSE? And then my second question is, do we have a live chat system where one can follow maybe a particularly trained for a certain share or market shares? Do we have a live chat for that?
Okay, thank you for that, Genesis. So in terms of the WhatsApp group, we have the likes of, I'm sure she's in Kudzai Mbayua and Kodzi Sarara. They have WhatsApp groups that they have formed, and you're able to actually join that group. I'll get the links from them, or if they're able to just share in the platform, whereby you're actually able to engage in terms of what's happening in the market. And then in terms of the other question was a live chat. At the moment on ZSE Direct, the platform, we don't have any live chat, but in terms of inquiries and queries, when you want to be assisted, we do have the email that is there, and we've got our social media platforms. Oh, thanks, Kudai. I see she had posted her group, the Mari podcast. So you are able to join that group, and then you'll be able to also get the updates. But in terms of any other information, as the ZSC, we do have our social media handles, whereby we keep you informed of any developments that's happening, same as on the website. Confirm, Genesis, if you've had any other questions or you are answered. Thanks very much. I will go on to Bongani Nyoni. You can go ahead and ask your question, Bongani.
Okay, thank you so much for the training. Maybe I joined a bit late, but I wanted to find out if I create or if I create a profile under the ZSE Direct, but I already have shares outside this system. Will I be able to sell them using this system?
Maria, do you want to go ahead?
Thank you, Bongani, for that question. I just wanted to check which platform you had been using to buy the shares before. Were you going directly to a stockbroker or?
Yeah, we going through a stockbroker.
Yes. So if you register and you select the same broker, your portfolio will show on the platform and you'll be able to sell the shares and you'll be able to view the shares that are under your current portfolio.
Okay, yeah, but some of them, they are quite old, so I may not even know the original stockbrokers that I used.
Maybe Bongani, after this meeting, you can just send us an email and then we can assist you from there.
Okay, confirm the which email address should I use?
ZSE Direct at zse.co.zw.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bongani.
Okay, I think, is there anyone else with a question? Then I can move on to the ones in the chat. Okay, I see there are no. Okay, let me move on to the questions in the chat. Is there a limit of how much you can keep in your wallet? Gerald, confirm you're meaning the ZSE Direct wallet?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Gerald. At the moment, there is no limit on how much you can keep in your wallet. So you can top up as you go, and then you can also use that money when you want to transact on ZSE Direct. And then there's a question from Ignatius. I don't know whether we'll be the best ones to answer this one. He's asking which is faster, using the broker for transaction or using ZSE Direct. Maybe I can open this one to the flow. Anyone who would want to tackle that one? Okay, so I think Ignatius, in terms of this, it has to do with your preference. Okay, yes, I see someone has raised their hands before I can respond. Nyoni, you can go ahead. I don't know whether this is an old hand or it's a new hand. Bongani.
Sorry, I'd already asked my questions. I hadn't lowered my hand, sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. I assumed you wanted to assist Ignatius. He had asked the question on which is faster, going through a stockbroker or going through ZSE Direct. So I guess Ignatius, on this one, it also depends with your preference. And in terms of ZSE Direct, it means you have the control. You can come through and you'll be able to execute the orders on your own. And then when you also go through the stockbroker does the execution on your behalf. So it depends. It's actually a preference, but either way, you still use the stockbroker when you come to ZSE Direct. I hope I have done justice to your answer, to your question, sorry. Ignatius, if you're still in, can you just kindly confirm?
Yes, I've been answered.
All right, thank you very much. And then I also see another question from Lakmo Bunu. Hi, Tapio, I wrote to EcoCash about the IMTT and they've ignored my request. I'm being charged. All right, thanks for that, Lakmo. I guess we have Daniel and yourself who have confirmed that. So what we'll do is after this meeting, we will then engage EcoCash in terms of that IMTT, and then we'll be able to provide feedback to yourself and Daniel. I think we've got your emails. We'll be able to engage you afterwards. Thanks, Kudzai, for the Mari Podcast Telegram group, as well as Kudzi for the stock market WhatsApp group. For those that were interested in joining, I think you can follow those links in the chat. And then there's Mta. He says, I'm very new to this. What is the step-by-step process of getting in the stock market? How does one start? And what are the requirements? Maria, if you're still in, maybe you can just give a brief to Mta so that at least he knows how he can start.
Thank you, Tapio. So to get started on the stock market, you can register on ZSE Direct. As a retail investor, you can register on ZSE Direct. The account opening process is quite simple. So you'll be required to provide your your information, your personal information, your proof of residence, a picture of yourself, a picture of your ID, and other personal details. I would also recommend that we have a free investment 101 course on our training institute, www.zsetraining.co.zw. That 6-week course will teach you a lot about capital markets and how you can get started. You can also join the WhatsApp groups and the Telegram groups that have been put in the chat box, but you will also learn as you go. So I'd recommend that you enroll for the Investment 101 course. You also register, and then you also join the WhatsApp groups. And if you have any questions, you can just email us or ask us to give you a call. We can get in touch and assist. Thanks, Tavia.
Okay, thanks for that explanation, Maria. I hope, Mta, you now have a starting point so that at least you be able to start. As Maria said, we do have that Investment 101 course. It's a basic course that helps you to actually begin your investment journey. We try to make it as simple as possible so that as anyone who's actually starting out in the market, you're able to know those next steps that you'll take in terms of your investment journey, and also joining the WhatsApp groups whereby you're interacting with other investors that will also help you on your investment journey. Moving on to the next question, there is one from Nomvelo. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. My apologies if I didn't. You're asking, what is the difference between equity and ETF? Maria showed us how to trade on equity. All right, so Nomvelo, currently on ZSE Direct, you can, or even on ZSE, you can trade either through equity or through ETF. So in terms of ETFs, just to explain briefly, these are a basket of securities that tracks an underlying index. So currently on ZSE, the one that is listed is the ZSE Old Mutual ZSE Top 10 ETF. So this tracks the index of the top 10 listed securities on ZSE. So you can still invest in the Old Mutual ZSE Top 10 index through ZSE Direct, or in terms of equity now, just making it simpler, these for example, on ZSE, the ordinary shares. So that is the main difference. So when it comes to the ETF that is listed on ZSE, is tracking the companies that are in the top 10. So you'll see that we've got indices on the ZSE. We've got, for example, the All Share Index. We've got the ZSE Top 10, and these are the top 10 companies according to market capitalization, just to name a few. We've got the top 15 index. So this particular ETF tracks the top 10 on ZSE, and this was the issuer. It was listed by Old Mutual Zimbabwe. I hope I have managed to answer your question. Then there's also another question from Rabi.
Hi, Tapio. Sorry, before you proceed, maybe if there's time, we can take them through how to sell the ETF. The process is more or less the same, but if they would like a live tutorial, we can also do that.
All right, yes, I think that would be wonderful, Maria. So let me just tackle the questions. I see they're coming in, and then we'll, lastly, before we close, you can then take them through the how to sell on ZSE Direct for the ZSE Top 10 ETF. And then Rabbi Mtero says, sorry, I was late to the show. Is the ZSE Direct Instant the default when selling shares, or you can choose to receive funds straight to account or retention? So Rabbi, when it comes to this new feature, okay, is you can ask your question after I've responded to Rabbi. I see you've raised your hands. My apologies for that. When it comes to ZSE Direct, so once you sell your process, they will then be credited to your ZSE Direct wallet after a successful matched or order. So yes, this is the default position whereby you will, as Maria was explaining, I don't know whether you're joined or not, once you go through the process of selling and the order has matched, there is where it says sell. Maria, I don't know whether you can kindly just share your screen as I'm explaining. So there's the selling funds pending settlement. There's a feature there. That's where the money will then be credited on the same day after the order has made successfully. So let me, yes, Maria is sharing a screen. So here where it says sell funds pending, once the order has matched, that's where you'll see the funds. And then it will then go on to the total funds once at the end of the day. So maybe Maria, whilst you're still at that, you can just quickly take us through the equity side. And then we'll continue with the questions as well.
Okay, thank you, Tapio.
And whilst it's still at it as well, there's a question in terms of explaining the day order and the GTC. So you can explain that as you're going through the process.
Okay, that's fine. So I will click on sell order because I want to place a sell order. This time around, I am not going to sell my equity. I want to sell the ETF. So I'm going to go and select the counter, which is the Old Mutual ZSE Top 10 ETF. I have about 300 of those and I want to sell 100. I can also not sell ETFs that I've bought but have not settled. I can only sell what's appearing under my portfolio. So I want to sell 100 and the price range is $52.1528 to $2.2920. So I will look at my market depth feature to see the top 10 orders on the buy side and on the sell side. So I can see that some are bidding at 1.75, 2.1, 2.12. So I will try a bid price of 2.15. And then I will select my time and force. So a day order, when you place a day order, once the market has closed or the trading day has ended and the order has not matched, it will expire because it is only valid during the trading session. So it's only valid during the trading period for that day. So if the market closes at 12 and my order doesn't match, the order will automatically expire because it's only valid for one trading day when the market is open. And a GTC is different from a day order in that it is valid for it remains valid in the system for up to 30 working days. So I might log in today, place my sell order for the Old Mutual ETF, Old Mutual ZSE Top 10 ETF. And maybe because tomorrow I'm traveling out of town or I have other commitments and I might not have access to the platform, I choose to put a GTC, which is a good till cancelled, and it will remain valid for 30 working days in the system. So the only difference is particularly on the sales on the buy side is that when you place a buy order and you place, you select your day or you select a day order as the time enforced. Once the market closes, and the order has not matched, the funds are credited back into your ZSE Direct wallet when the order expires. And then with the GTC, the funds are held. So this is when the funds they now end up in the held funds account, and you can't use them to buy other shares or to place another order until the order has matched or you've cancelled it. I'm not sure if this answers the question. So I'll proceed to place my order as a GTC this time, and I will confirm. And then I've received the notification order has not been matched. It will update. It will be updated once a match happens. So now I have a working order, the ETF as well under my working orders, so I can view all to see my other pending orders for the equity, and then for the ETF, the GTC is showing. Once it matches, the funds will also go to my sell funds pending under my wallet. If it doesn't, then the order for the equity expires because it's a day order, and then for the order for the ETF, because it's a GTF, still remains valid in the system. And then I cannot sell. So the thing with GTC is, since I've already sold those, I've already placed a sell order for those 100, for the 100 ETF shares. I cannot then come back tomorrow and try and sell 300 of the OMTT, because part of them, which is the 100, is already tied up in the GTC. So when I sell next time, I would have to cancel the order first or sell 200. I hope this answers the question.
Thank you very much, Maria. Allow me to give Izzy a chance. They've been raising their hand. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Thanks, Tapiwa. It's Isabel here. I have one question, especially in terms of selling your shares. I see there that the funds go into your wallet and you're able to withdraw the funds to your bank account. Are we foreseeing a situation where we can be able to withdraw funds to EcoCash anytime soon? That's my first question. And then second, well, there's a contribution to, I think, to the question that Ignatius had asked, whether it's better to trade on the ZSE or via the stockbroker. I would encourage him personally to trade on the ZSE because it gives you the freedom to manage your own counters and to determine when you want to sell and when you want to add on. Via broker, my problems that I've experienced is getting in touch with them. Communication is just such a problem. So ZSE for me has just given me that flexibility and just that freedom to manage my investments as I want, rather than through a stockbroker. Thank you so much for the session.
Thank you so much, Izzy, for that contribution. Much appreciated. And then in terms of your question, whereby you're saying that, are we going to be allowed to withdraw funds to your EcoCash? As of now, it's still to your bank account because it's as per regulation. But I guess as we go with time, since it's something that you have proposed, We'll then see how best, if it's possible or not. But I think for now, it's a suggestion that you've posed, which we have actually taken note of. Thank you very much for that. Allow me to just go back to our chat as we wrap up to see if most of the questions have been, if we've managed to answer most of the questions. And then, okay, there's this one from Girly. I've realized that when buying shares, I normally don't get an option to use the point button and always end up using a round figure. Is it me only who faces that challenge? Maria, if you can kindly also just share your screen again. Sorry, Kelly, if you're in, are you able to unmute your mic? So I think they mean in terms of the bid price.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yes, you can go ahead, girl.
No, I was saying, let's say I want to buy something for 2.16. When I put the 2, I try to press the point button. It's not highlighted, and I end up having to go for the 2 or for the 3. So I'm not sure if it's me only who's facing that challenge, but I've faced it quite a while now.
Hi, Maria, if you're there, if you're able to assist, Kelly.
Hi, Tepo, sorry, I missed part of her question. My apologies for that.
Oh, she's saying that when she tries to input the bid price, she's not able to put, for example, 2.56. She ends up just putting a round figure. So maybe my first question would be to you, Girly. If you're also making use of the price range.
Yes, I
tab.
do. I make use of the price range given.
Okay. Do you have a particular counter that you've encountered challenges with?
Oh, do I remember? I think the other time I wanted to buy was it Africa, and I ended up offering 2, but I wanted 1 point something. I can't remember, but I faced the challenge. I think it's now twice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe we'll take this on a case-by-case basis, but I would advise that if one bid price fails, you can keep trying other different bid prices. Doesn't necessarily have to be a rounded up price, but you can try different prices. Because I think now it depends with the counter that you want to buy.
It's okay, thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks,
You can
Kelly.
just send us an email and let us know when you face the same challenge again.
Thanks,
Okay.
Kelly, for that. I see there are contributions from the chat. Maybe to just confirm if you're using the comma instead of the full stop. And then on putting the point, maybe I think it has to do with the browser you're using. So maybe you can try upgrading the browser first, or maybe changing the browser. Then you can see whether after that you are able to put that point when you buy. But please let us know on email if you still face that challenge, and then we'll be able to then tackle that case with you and assist you further. I think let me round up with some of the questions that have come. I think most of the questions were in terms of if I'm outside Zimbabwe, am I able to trade on ZSE Direct? So currently, if you're outside Zimbabwe, sorry, if you have a local bank account and if you've got a local number, then it means you can participate on ZSE Direct. So you need those 2 documents, you need your local bank account that is registered in your name, and you also have to have a local number, because when it comes to settlement, the money will then be credited into the local account. So you can then try to open an account. If you're outside Zimbabwe, then you'll be able to participate on ZSE Direct. I think we had 2 questions asking that on participating if you're outside the country. And then I think I'm left with about 2 more questions. My apologies that we have overrun by 3 minutes, but I think it's important that everyone gets to learn more and their questions to be responded to. Sao Musa says that, is there any platform which enables local investors to trade on Victoria Falls Stock Exchange, since it's part of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange? So at the moment, Sao, we do not yet have a facility like ZSE Direct for VFX, but it is something that is work in progress, and once available, we will let you know so that you are able to trade. So if you want to also start trading on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange, you actually have to open an FCA investment account with the custodians that are registered on VFX. You also have to have a custodial account, and you need to open a stockbroking account with the stockbrokers registered on VFX. So you then have to approach the stockbrokers directly for you to be able to start trading on Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. Then there's a question from Shane Banda. He's asking, do you recommend the use of the C-Trade app, and can one trade using both the C-Trade and ZSE Direct? And will I be able to sell on the ZSE Direct what I bought on C-Trade and vice versa? So in terms of when I don't know whether you were in when I did the first introductions, I had highlighted that ZSE Direct came in to actually complement the platforms that are there, because at the end of the day, we want you as the retail investor to be able to also participate on the market. So can one trade using both C-Trade and the ZSE Direct? Currently, yes, you can, but what you also then need to understand the difference between C-Trade and ZSE Direct. And in terms of ZSE Direct, with ZSE Direct, it means you have your stockbroking account, you've got your Central Securities Depository account, which means that the holdings that you buy will be in your CSD account under your account. So what it then means is that what you bought on C-Trade, you're not able to trade that because of the model that is being used by ZSE and C-Trade. They are currently different, whereas the ZSE Direct, the model that we adopted was for you to have control and for you to own a CSD account that is solely in your name as an individual, whereas with C-Trade, they operate on an omni account, nominee account basis. So when you trade on ZSE and C-Trade, yes, you are able to use both platforms, but unfortunately, when it comes to then be able to sell your securities that are on C-Trade on ZSE Direct, because of the difference in the models adopted, unfortunately, you're not able to do so. And then, yeah, where can I download the app? CFAS at the moment, ZSE Direct, we do not have an app yet. It's something that we are working on, and we do apologize that it's taken longer than anticipated, but our effort was to be able to first introduce this feature, which we believed is essential for you to be able to reinvest quickly. So the app is still in the making, and once available, you'll be able to then to download it. But for now, you are able to use to access ZSE Direct using your URL either on your laptop, phone, or a desktop. And then I don't know if there are any other burning questions, so that at the end of the day, we are able to wrap up the presentation. I think we are available as ZSE to be able to engage with you outside this fora, and we will be having such tutorials frequently, whereby we're coming through to talk about some of the feedback that you've given us, to also let you know on some of the products and services that we offer, and so that at the end of the day, as a retail investor, you will be able to invest wisely, and you'll have that informed information that helps you. So allow me to thank everyone that is present in this meeting. I know that we overran by 8 minutes, but our apologies for that. I believe and I hope that this session was quite insightful for you. And thank you very much to Maria for taking us through the portal and how you can navigate through it. We truly appreciate your feedback and the support that you always give us at ZSE. We can only grow through the feedback that you give us, and we can only grow through the support that you render to us. So we truly appreciate you. And at the end of the day, if you have any issues, please feel free to use our email address, zsedirect@zse.co.zw, or engage us through our social media platforms. We are there to assist you. So thank you very much to everyone that took their time to be here. We appreciate you spending time with us and asking the questions and the feedback. And we have taken note of some of the issues that we've raised, and we will definitely take it up. So thank you very much. And I wish you all a restful day and a restful weekend ahead, long holiday. And let's remember to stay safe and protect our loved ones. So thank you very much.
Thank you.